It was Valentine's Day weekend after all, and that means flower stores were making big bucks at the game. It's hard to blame them. Number 1 Cokeville at number 2 Little Snake River, first quarter. Cokeville wearing the black. Cassidy Harmon will get about 5 friendly bounces, and after all that, she only got 2 points. It was early in the game, but her team would jump out to a 6-0 advantage. It took Little Snake River about 4.5 minutes to get going, but once they did, it was all good. Kirsten Gourlay gets the bounce and the 3. That would cut the deficit in half, and they were thankful that they were only trailing 6-3. Another one of those long balls was what the Lady Rattlers needed. Carly Moon was just waiting for her opportunity, and the junior would make the most of it. Things are all evened up at 6 points apiece. Time was winding down on the quarter, but there was enough to get one more play in. Kate Fiskus thought about the 3, then she realized that she had 2 points saved in the bank, and she would cash them in. A good investment, and the Lady Panthers would go back up 8-6 after the first 8 minutes. Second quarter, the home team was having success with their long-range attack. Katie Lee eyes it, spies it, and buys it. If it works, keep using it. We have a 1-point difference on the scoreboard. Her squad is down 10-9. LSR could score up close as well, and they would mix up their attack plan. Little Hedges has a defender in her face, but she had protection for that and scores 2 points for the cause. Her girls were hanging around despite trailing 13-11. The visitors could do that as well, although the defense made it difficult. Katea Kallstrom scores 2 of her 12 on this play as they would hang on to a 19-17 lead going into the locker room. Third quarter, Little Snake River would eventually slither their way into the lead. Courtney Cudero will get through and get the lay-in and put her team ahead by a score of 23-20. Trailing motivated the opposition, and they would strike back. Harmon scored a dozen herself. That's the first field goal that her squad has scored in more than 4 minutes, but her girls were only down 23-22. Cokeville was making their big push, and Harmon was leading the charge. That's what leaders have to do. It's still a 1-point deficit at 25-24, but they will take it for now. A number of players were stepping up for last year's state runner-ups. Fiskus will take care of things herself on this play as the lead would change hands back over to her team. They are now up 28-25. It was more than just Harmon and Kallstrom. On this play, they would get Cheyenne McKinnon the ball, and she would make a contribution of her own. It opened up a little breathing room, and the score was 30-25 going into the final 8 minutes. Fourth quarter, that run that started earlier would carry over. Fiskus may be one of the smaller players, but she produced big points in tight situations, as demonstrated here. Everything was bouncing for the Lady Panthers, and now it's a 32-25 ball game. And they kept right on going. There was no stopping the visiting team. Harmon is going to put the finishing touches on a 12-zip run and give her team a comfortable 34-25 lead with about 6 minutes to go. The Lady Rattlers needed to wake up on offense quick, or else this game was going to be over before it really was over. Ellie Skalberg catches the miss and scores a much-needed basket to make this a 34-28 score, but they need more points, and time was becoming an issue. When your team is in that situation, the best time to score is when the clock is stopped. Kylie Wilkerson will grab the offensive rebound, throws the ball back up, hoop, and the foul. She would convert on the 3-point play. Home team now trails 36-31, but they would never score again after that. That was with about 3:30 to go, and although Cokeville did not do much better in that time frame, they did not need to because they had the lead. Harmon scores in the paint for what would be the final bucket of the contest, and the Lady Panthers pick up a rare road win at Baggs. Final score 38-31.